So in this tutorial, I'm gonna teach you how to fetch the context population GUI project, how to install it, and further on how to use it. I'm going to use an example of a simple extractor that was done in the Timus project, and I'm going to do an extraction to my local machine, and further on convert it to the ontology format. To note that this module, this context population GUI, does not work by itself. It basically accesses the HTTP services that the extractors API and the context model API offer. So as you can see here, I'm already running an instance of the Virgo framework, which is the framework that we are using to manage all the modules and bundles to actually perform these extractions in this Virgo instance. And there's a tutorial where you can also check how to install Virgo and how to install each of the artifacts, and in each tutorial of each extractor or converter or module within the context population and context model frameworks, you have also a tutorial teaching you how to deploy each extractor in the Virgo container in order to use it and perform extractions. As you can see here, I already have the extractors core library, which offers the main interface which all extractors need to implement. This is the interface that the extractors API, which here is the extractors manager, uses to identify and to discover new extractors that it can use and from which it can call extractions. I also have the populator here, which is the name for the context model API, which is responsible for managing all the consequent conversions. And I also have all these modules which represent extractors in this part and converters in this part. In here, this is an endpoint which the extractors API offers, in which I can view all the available extractors in the moment. And this is the main and crucial part that OSGI framework offers us. So the OSGI allows us to dynamically deploy new extractors and converters and discover them in runtime. So there's no need to restart the whole system once you develop a new extractor or deploy a new version of this extractor, because the OSGI moment by moment in runtime identifies new modules that are given to him. So the context population GUI, what it does is it offers an intuitive design, and in the backend accesses all these endpoints that the extractors API offer. In this case, this is an endpoint that allows us to see which extractors are available, but there's also an endpoint to perform an extractor. In the context model API, there's an endpoint to find out which converters are available, and so on. So I'm gonna start installing the context population GUI. Here I have the open source projects page for this module, and I simply copy this and clone it locally. I'm going to clone it here in this folder. It's going to take a little while because it's quite heavy. And now I can access this folder. In here, as you can see, I have all relevant files for the functioning of the GUI. But I have a very important file which is called package.json, and this file, what it has is all the dependencies that the context population GUI has as a service. So right now I do not have everything I need, but I'm going to install it with the Node package manager. And I already have the Node.js and the npm installed, which is the Node package manager. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to run this command, npm-i for install, and this is going to access the package.json file, and it's going to fetch all the dependencies that I need for me automatically. So it is done, and I can now start the service. As you can see, I use the node command, and I point out the main file for the functioning of this GUI, and I can even specify in which port I want to run this service. So if you put 3001 in the end, it's gonna run on localhost 3001. In this case, I'm going to leave it blank, and it defaults to 3000. So I'm going to run it. The server, as you can see, is running now, and I'm going to access it through the browser. And it's simple as this. You have now a fully running context population GUI service, and you can now, assuming that you install the Virgo and all the required dependencies, and you can now order extraction and conversions. So in this case, notice that he's accessing the local Virgo that I have running in my machine. It discovered all the modules which I showed you in the other endpoint, and it allows you to choose. When you choose a module, what it does is it offers a list of the parameters that the module requires. If you look at the tutorials from each extractor and the tutorial showing you how to develop a simple extractor, you will understand how to develop an extractor that requests these parameters, basically. So I'm going to do a simple extraction here, just to show you how this works. And I'm going to choose this option which converts the JSON result automatically to an ontology. Click go, and the result is going to show here in a while. So this is the result from this module. This is the Linux hardware module. So this is basic information about the hardware components from my machine. And you can see in the conversion section that it already has been converted, and that I can download the ontology from this button. Here, and also you could do this before, but here you can select to upload the resulting ontology to a Fuzeki server. There is a tutorial explaining what a Fuzeki server is and how to use it, and I'm not going to go into details here, but once you perform a conversion and select this box, what the GUI is going to do is it's going to send the result from this conversion and populate the Fuzeki server into the dataset that you choose here. And that's it. Thank you.